are back.
Yes.
It's been a while, guys.
We just started the podcast.
Yeah, this is definitely the start. This is not a reshoot because we lost footage. The previous intro.
We just started.
Yeah, this is for sure the start of episode 24.
This is the start of the podcast.
Episode 24, guys.
Episode 24. Cheers to that.
Cheers to episode 24.
It's fantastic.
Guys. Yeah.
To be back. Cheers to you. Oh god, yeah.
Have we got a great show for you?
Yeah, we got some fun stuff to talk about. There's exciting things happening in the sports world.
A lot of things happening in the world.
And just a lot of thoughts about certain mandates and whatnot that we want to get into. So, without further ado, grab your popcorn and get ready for some salty content. Woo!
I wonder what he has on his mind right now.
The weather.
It's been crazy lately, right?
Yeah, actually,
we're getting rain.
That was the joke, but that thunderstorm was scary.
Weather in October.
That thunderstorm was terrifying.
Okay, real quick note on that. So at my mom's work, she was in office and a lightning strike. I actually have a photo to show you.
Oh shit!
It struck right like a neighborhood across from her building, and it started a crazy fire, like 2 or 3 homes.
Oh,
yeah,
that's some shit you hear about in the Midwest.
Dude, she said it was like the thunder, like the entire building was shaking. She thought the glass was gonna break. She like ducked under the table. Damn. Like it was like that intense. And the fire was like pretty.
We had a pretty few close strikes here in Long Beach.
I
definitely, there was one where I saw the flash, and before the thought of like, oh wow, that thunder's gonna come really loud and quick. Before I even finished that thought, there was this thunderous just rumbling my house. Just
it was so close that our friend Vincent Nutt, he has you've seen him on our podcast. He took a picture in Huntington Beach. Of the lightning, and he got a nice bolt. He posted that on Facebook.
Oh, I actually saw that.
Yeah,
I saw it too.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the.
This is like right after.
Oh, wow.
And it was like
wow.
So like a couple houses right there burned down.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're looking at a fire.
You only hear.
Probably can't see that.
Yeah, you send it to Dalton. You can
Dalton, blow it up.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah, but like, and also give a shout out to Vince too with that picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Vince,
yeah. Because that was a dope ass picture, like of the lightning strike in Huntington Beach, no less. You know, like you only see flashes in like the beach cities. You don't see the actual bolts hitting the ground. Like it hit the ocean.
Yeah.
Like I don't see that shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was
a lot of fish fry.
Right?
Yeah, it was.
If there's any sailors in that area, they get nice fish fry.
Yeah, you even saw a Thor down there just.
Yeah, right.
That's how good of a shot it was. So.
Yeah, no. But what were you gonna talk about, Dalton?
Yes. So, it's postseason baseball now.
Yeah.
It's officially started.
Which, I mean, it's postseason, so not a lot of people get excited about that, but as Dodger fans...
Yeah, because it's postseason, it's getting close to the finals. Regular season's over, but we just had our wild card game, and the Dodgers made it to the wild card game, which is just one game, and whoever wins moves on to the playoffs. Whoever loses is out for one game. Played against the St. Louis Cardinals. Played a great game.
Which the Cards are the wild card.
yeah, exactly. The Cards are the wild card. But the game was pretty much 1-1 for most of the entire game, all the way to the 9th inning. And at the bottom...
Which means both teams suck.
Hey!
I guess.
It is a pretty boring game if it's tied up for the entire game. But
it was tied for majority of the game.
I'm just joshing.
But they it came down to the final inning, and his name was Chris Taylor. He used to play for the Seahawks. Now he plays for the Dodgers. He came up at bat. Everybody was kind of worried because Only one guy was on base, and nobody been able to score all game. So we're like, man, what's gonna happen? And yeah, he threw that fastball. Back! As soon as we heard it, my dad was like, "It's out, it's out." He just knew. He just knew. He just knows stuff like that. I'm like, oh. He's like, no, he knew
it's over.
Yeah, and it's just flying, and it was gone. The game was over.
Reyes fires, swing and a drive, deep left field. This is way back. Walk him off, Chris Taylor.
And the Dodgers away.
Yeah.
As soon as the ball got to like the distance of the fucking outfield, everybody from the Dodgers bullpen just started running.
Oh man, yeah, they charged. Run it, and then normally when you hit a home run, you kind of like jog around the place.
Yeah.
No, this guy was.
No, because he was running to his teammates, so that's what he was doing.
To the celebration.
Dude, it's great. Like everyone's like running out, the excitement's there, and then the fucking center field Cardinal player just does this crazy Matrix shit and like catches.
Right. Turns into Mr. Fantastic for a moment.
The craziest catch of like MLB history.
Right. Jumps into the stands real quick and climbs up.
It's like that Bugs Bunny skit where he was playing baseball. He throws a pitch, guy hits it out the park, and he runs out of the park and then gets in a taxi. And he's like, "Taxi, follow that ball." That's what this sounds like.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Looney Tunes physics don't exist.
Yeah,
in real life, 'cause that would've been
And
tough.
we got that amazing walk-off home run.
Yeah, it was so nice. It was so satisfying.
Awesome.
Because it was for Dodger fans and Cardinal fans, it was like this the whole game.
No,
So
that was me the whole game, but by the time the 8th inning got like in it, like I think it was like the first out in the 8th inning, and I was like, 1 out, it's taking a while, it's 8th inning, it's like almost 9 o'clock at this point.
Alright.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna watch a horror movie and go to bed.
There you go.
And so like I'm sitting there watching a movie, and then out of nowhere I hear my neighbors down the street. I'm like, huh. Dodgers must have won.
Dude, that's the thing. Like, unless if I'm at the actual game. Were you at the actual game?
Oh hell no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You were at the game that was historical, but you were at
yes,
this game.
I was at a different game.
Yeah, that was.
I can't. I'm sorry if anyone here is baseball fan. Well, obviously, but I'm talking to the audience. I just don't like watching baseball on TV.
No, I get you.
I get so bored.
Yeah, no, I get you because I'm more of a person that likes to play the game more than I am watching the game.
Definitely playing the game is a lot more fun.
So much fun.
That's every sport.
That's
every sport.
Well, see, I can watch football and be excited.
Not UFC.
Really?
I
Really?
can't
Oh,
watch
dude, I get excited every fucking play on football. Yeah, like when the Chiefs are up and they do some fucking
It's like,
crazy
I wish that
ass
was me
shit.
in there. With Nick Fury.
That's not every sport, dude.
I would rather be in the cage. Not with them.
Yeah, no, man, but against somebody with my own skill level.
There you go. Yeah, somebody on my own skill level.
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
yeah, because boxing, like, as much as I love spectating, I love doing it, but not like against fucking
Pros. But by the same token, you don't like playing baseball against Max Scherzer. You know what I'm saying? No, exactly. No, you like playing with your friends because we all suck.
Dude, at the batting cages, like, if I go more than 80 miles per hour, I'm shaking.
If I go
That's
more
a
than-
batting cage.
if I go more than 75 miles an hour, I'm shaking.
I'm like, if you ain't lobbing it at me, if there isn't a tee,
like the thing will go and I'll be standing there and I'm like, is it gonna go? Dude, it's gone 3 times. I'm like, oh, that's what that
thunder,
thing
but I
is.
didn't know what it
I thought
was.
it was that fucking thunderstorm. Jeez, but
but I'll tell you this. I know for some sports, some people like watch. Like I know you guys love watching football. I don't like watching football. I know I love watching baseball. You
I
like
love
watching
watching
baseball.
football.
But this is what I've learned. When you have a team to root for, you don't even care about the sport. You care about that team.
Yeah,
and
right.
Rooting for that team.
Right.
You then end up watching the sport. And I think because you don't really care about the Dodgers or anything, if you did, that would make you.
that would have been yeah.
But because it's like.
I would be honest, like I don't watch football unless if the Chargers are on.
You see, exactly.
That's kind of the
I
same
have
with
my
me.
teams.
Yeah, it's either Chiefs or Chargers for me.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I don't know anybody
yeah,
who watches
Chiefs good.
football
Yeah.
that doesn't
well,
follow
it's
their
mostly
team.
because I was raised on the Chiefs.
Unless either A, it's a family gathering, you just have it on.
Yeah.
Or B, you play the sport at a high level.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've seen people watch multiple teams of
Yeah.
one sport. Is if they play it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because you're more invested in all the little technicalities and all that shit.
Yeah, you're learning.
Dude, I feel like every time I put on a fucking game, I learn a new rule.
Baseball or
Football.
Well, they made some new rules too, like the helmet.
They have, yeah.
You can't lead with your helmet now, or lead with your head. So they've made new rules too. So there's that. But
I mean, ever since that documentary came out.
Oh yeah,
they made so many new changes to the NFL. It's fucking crazy.
That Will Smith movie too.
Yeah,
Will Smith movie. I thought you guys were talking about that.
Yeah, no, ever since I watched that movie, I stopped watching football for like a year and a half because I was pissed. I was so mad at the NFL, and then I did more research online. I was like, okay, so they're actually working on things to make it better. It's just a lot of bureaucracy that's happening, which is dumb because it's a fucking sport.
Yeah.
It's a game.
Yeah, but a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
So
it's a lot
when
of
a certain
money.
amount of money gets into it, it gets very diplomatic, and it's like, hold on.
Exactly.
Person's health, second. Money, hold on.
Yeah.
And it is the most popular sport in America.
We can
so
lose
that's
people, but money.
Exactly. Yeah.
Probably one of the biggest.
People are expendable, but apparently money is not.
Yeah,
money making sports too in America.
Losing money?
Yeah, it
Can't lose profit.
No, you can't lose profit.
You can always get another player, but can you always get that dollar from yesterday?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what's interesting to
Fucking
me
capitalism.
is like the there's a lot of like basketball players, and I think football players too that are like refusing to get the vaccines, but the organization is like enforcing it. And these are some big players, so that's interesting.
Yeah, I know the NBA is having
Because like when it comes to like money first and players second, but all of a sudden the players that make you
that's an
that you
interesting
bring in
question.
the money.
Well, no, they
So
started.
it's like, is it gonna balance?
Yeah,
You know,
it's started to already balance a little bit with the whole racial stuff that's been happening. Like a lot of the players have been, especially since the George Floyd incident, a lot of players have been like questioning their loyalty to their teams and stuff because their companies are fucking with them. Like they're not giving them the right pay and all that, and they're realizing that. So like, yeah, I get that,
There's protests
where it
within the
comes
sports
to like the
community.
vaccination thing, they're probably feeling the same thing. They're like, look, like
It's
it
just
is
another thing on top of
it is another thing.
the problem that they were initially dealing with.
Exactly.
And so it's just more to add to the like
They're like,
protest.
well, this is a choice as well. Then I'm gonna fucking protest with this as well. It's like, this is your health. You shouldn't protest your health.
I will say
Public
this.
health, even.
Yeah, public health even, exactly.
What I've noticed is no big names have come forward and said,
Right.
if a big name came to it, like a LeBron James or something,
You know LeBron James is vaccinated.
Yeah. But imagine if
He's
he
gotten
said,
all of them.
He got paid to be vaccinated.
Right.
They paid him to do that.
but imagine if he was there'd be a whole problem. But so far it's a bunch of names that nobody really cares about.
Yeah, it's everybody on like the practice squad.
But still, like I think it is important to bring awareness to the enforcement of the vaccine. In my opinion, it's a moral choice. It shouldn't be an enforced.
Technically, it shouldn't be enforced. However, people should trust in the medical system and trust that the vaccination is sound. But that's it's personal choice. Like you don't have to believe.
It should be.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, it is personal choice.
That's the point of our.
I mean,
our
did you guys hear about the new LA mandate? You have to have a vaccination card to get into bars, to get into gyms, to get into like a lot of public.
Are they calling it the Green Pass or is that the Europe one?
That's the Europe one.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but in LA, it's just literally whatever you got from CVS or whatever.
Salons, barbershops.
Yeah. Dude,
I was gonna say
even events.
I was gonna say Disneyland and Six Flags enforced that law, and I looked up the wait times for Six Flags. Now they're like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's go right now.
We gotta go now.
Now's the time. We didn't go at the right time, folks.
We didn't. So now all the wait times have dropped, and I'm happy about that. That's the one plus and all this.
Good job.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know, man. Like I'm vaccinated and I'm mad about that. Like I think it's like
because you were forced into a position where you really didn't have a choice.
Yeah. Because it's like this is my new job, possible career, and it's a great opportunity.
I mean, I believe in science, so I got the vaccine.
I don't believe in God. I believe in science.
I believe in science.
Please plug the nacho leaf.
Yeah, it's going in there.
I don't believe in God. I believe in science. Because I only believe in science.
And then just show try to Photoshop Cameron's face onto his getting baptized.
Exactly.
Or just Photoshop his beanie on.
Yeah. Just keyframe it. I'm gonna do that just for the fuck of it. That's your Christmas present. You're welcome.
You can find that clip.
It takes 12 minutes.
That's your Christmas card.
But I do see what you guys are saying. It should be your own choice. The problem is when it comes to work. Okay, then work has guidelines. Because for example, Disneyland
especially those who are interacting with a lot of
public.
Yeah, the public. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm thinking it may be your personal choice to have dreadlocks, but then Disneyland's no, you can't have dreadlocks.
Right.
Okay, well then now you got a decision to make. That's how I see the vaccine. The vaccine's kind of like dreadlocks applying for Disneyland.
Well, yeah, In-N-Out had this beautiful.
Right, there you go. This nice little beard you've been working
this
on.
hair I'm growing out, as you can tell.
By the way, this guy doesn't work at In-N-Out.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, right. As you can tell,
he's breaking the rules.
Yeah. Yeah, so I look at it that way. It's okay, you still have the freedom to decide, but you can't work here anymore. It's sort of deal,
And businesses do have that right, 100%. They're private corporations. So
business. So if the business wants to
sector, on a private sector, I get what you mean. Where it's it should be a choice. Yeah,
if it was a government sanctioned thing, then we could vote against that.
Yeah.
But when it's a job thing, okay, that's a little different.
Yeah, no, but I understand the job thing though, because it's it's your job. That's whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to go to say Disneyland as a patron, as somebody paying them,
you're paying a company, a business, to go into use their facility.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to be mandated to.
that's the problem. Because it's
that's what I'm agreeing with.
Yeah,
that's what I'm agreeing with.
To work. Yeah, the company has ownership in a way for you, but if the government is stepping in saying oh, you can't go into these places. These businesses that want customers, that need customers to be economically public businesses, to enforce this sort of rule, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were looking.
No, 12 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. No, I got time right here.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, that's the only reason I have an issue with it is when it comes to access.
It feels
to
a bit
things.
of an overreach almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this.
Well, it's
not overreach, but almost like a.
Well, it is an overreach of power. It's an overreach of power because that's what the government is basically doing. Because if you think of, and I know this is just one incident because I can't think of any other right now, but this is one incident that really makes me just further believe in the power hungriness of the government right now is the Nancy Pelosi thing where she went into the nail salon or the hair salon when the whole lockdown was going on, and she's oh, they tricked me, but no, they didn't trick her. She literally went down there and did that because I'm pretty sure they told her, you mandated us not to open up right now. Oh, you need to open up. It's kind of that situation where they want to hold on to the power. Mm-hmm. I want to get my hair cut when I want to get my hair cut. And I know this pandemic is going on, but I still want to get my hair cut.
But I need my haircut.
I need my haircut.
Yeah.
These government people
Bitch, cut yourself.
And I'm Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, and these government people want the power to say, you can't do it, the rules apply to you, but not me.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's
that was the whole, that's a lot of the reason people had, opposition towards Gavin Newsom. That's why they wanted to kick him out, because he imposed all these rules, but then suddenly behind closed doors he was doing shit he wasn't allowed to do.
Yeah, think about when he went to
he wasn't following his own rules.
When he was going to the vine, not the vineyards, and having
if you make the rules for us, you have to follow the rules.
But the rest of us are locked in our house
and none of them have masks on or anything.
Yeah, and I'm out here playing Rocket League, and you over here at your wine party.
Exactly. I'm sitting here struggling for a job, and you're fucking having fun.
Yeah.
It's what the fuck?
It's oh yeah, we're all humans, and Gavin Newsom can, do the things that we do too sometimes.
If you had the power to choose, if you could do what everybody else can't, wouldn't you do it? If you could choose to go to Europe while everybody else can't go to Europe, wouldn't you do it?
Well, honestly, this whole Six Flags
if you're in that
conversation,
power,
I was I can't go to
if
Six
you're the
Flags,
only one that can go to Six Flags because you were the one that mandated it, Wouldn't you do it if you had the power to say, I bought out Six Flags for me, and that's it? Because you can. Wouldn't you do it? Because you're a human.
Oh yeah, if I bought it out for me.
Yeah, and that's basically the mentality that they have.
Yeah.
I make these
I see what you're
rules.
saying.
I make these rules so
Yeah.
nobody can do this thing but me.
Yeah,
That's what people are thinking.
and that's messed up because
And that's what it looks like.
Yeah,
That's what it looks like.
and they're playing it off like, no, we're doing this for you, but it's starting to look like, no, you're doing this for yourself.
Yeah, this is the benefit for the all, but it's not the benefit for the all. It's the benefit for the one.
It's not for the tribe. It's just for
The one.
yeah.
I'll admit, if I made a rule like that for everybody, I would follow it. If I made a rule like that. But if somebody else made a rule like that, and I was the exception, nah, I'd be okay. So that's what I'm saying. So like, I'll go to Six Flags right now knowing unvaccinated people can't go because that means the wait lines are low.
But that's different though.
Yeah.
Because you didn't mandate.
I didn't mandate. But
what I'm saying, yeah.
But if I had banned everybody from there, I'd be like, okay, well then I can't go either. Until we fix what the problem
But that's
how
what
I would feel.
Yeah.
So quick
That's
question.
how I would
Dalton
feel.
for governor.
Yeah.
Governor, right? Yeah.
Oh crap.
So wait, are you guys, despite the fact that lines are shorter, are you guys in agreement with the mandate of not allowing unvaccinated people in places like Six Flags or Disney or like say bars or
just for Six Flags and Disney, so I can go and not wait in the lines. Everything else I don't care.
I agree with that only because that's selfish, but overall, to the question, no.
And I have the exact same
It's not a
answer.
good
Like, just because it's like, dude,
it's a bit of an overreach.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier,
Yeah.
it's honestly just like, all right, you know what? Like we're starting to step into people's personal choice.
it's not. Well, yeah, it's not.
Just like how I feel with the whole abortion law in Texas. Like we're starting. That's kind of
That's
a government
another
overreach.
fucking story.
It's a government
Shit.
overreach.
Don't even start it on that.
It's a government overreach. Like they have no right to get that deep into a personal life, and that's what they're starting to do.
It is a personal decision.
I heard a federal judge actually put a block on that.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Oh, did they?
Like a couple
I
days
didn't hear that.
That's
Did
a good
they?
thing.
Like a couple days
Okay,
ago,
good.
like
I
a federal
just saw that
judge
news,
put a
actually.
stop on
Fucking
that.
good.
Because Roe v. Wade is a federal thing, so a federal judge can.
Exactly, that's what I was hoping.
Yeah, it's not. It's a federal
you. That's what I was
For now.
hoping.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
It's a
But
temporary.
Yeah.
fix,
it's until they can find a loophole.
yeah, like I even heard the news. They were just like, oh, the Texas people are like, abortions are up in droves. Like they're all getting it now because like, how long is it gonna last?
So like, I understand it. I fucking understand it.
Hold on.
It's like, get me pregnant, we can get an abortion right now.
I mean, I don't look at it that. But I think of the people that's already pregnant. But
That's literally what's happening. Like people are like, fuck me down, get in there. Like everyone's just getting mad pregnant, mad abortions.
No, the numbers that.
Oh my god.
That's funny as fuck.
Oh my god.
No, but the numbers
Abortion is
are.
up by 30%.
Like it's an abortion blowout sale. Like what the fuck?
Hey, is that why everyone in California moved to Texas? For a fucking week? Is that why? I should have jumped on the fucking train.
Get one abortion, next one's half
Just
off.
fucking.
Fucking California ain't doing it, but Texas is about to close it, so just fucking go to
They're having a clearance sale. Fuck off.
Abortions are half off! Oh no. No. Oh man. No, but it's literally
We're going to
just
hell.
Worth it, send me. Worth it.
man, I forgot
Send me all those abortions.
I had a sound thought to follow this to like diffuse a little bit of this, but I can't stop
No.
laughing.
No,
I forgot about
We
it.
ruined it.
Oh man. Oh no. Oh shit.
Okay.
We're good. Back. Not mistaken.
It's all jokes, folks. It's all jokes. We're comedians that don't do stand up.
Yeah, I guess that's a label.
Hey, you can get away with
It's
it.
all
if it's
jokes,
comedy.
folks. It's all jokes.
Now we're just fucking idiots.
Yep.
and laugh and cry sometimes.
Oh my god. Okay, so you saw that too, that she did put a hold on it. Because you saw that meme.
Yeah.
I wish I saw that meme.
That was like literally right
Yeah.
before I left my house today. Like the news was on and they were saying like, oh yeah, they blocked it and the abortions in Texas are up. Like everyone are going in droves. Like there's lines outside the abortion clinics.
Yeah.
Like it's like
But they still can.
it's like
no,
oh
it's
shit,
all
I guess
the-
I have
it's
to have
all
this
the-
baby.
yeah.
But it's like oh shit, we have some time. Let's go.
Quick.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the reality of it is, it's all the people that were already pregnant, you know, it's like, they don't know if, the law is going to go into place, so all the people who are already pregnant and want to get that abortion are rushing to it because they don't know when it's going to be out of, you know,
it was like that one little, like, it was
like that 30% that jumped up is all the people who were actually like 3 weeks in or less and they're getting the abortion.
Yeah.
The people that were on the fence, you know, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Like, cause that was a fucking hilarious joke, and that needs to be. If you're writing a stand-up like fucking set, put that in your set, cause that's hilarious. But the reality of the situation is it's all the people who are like on the fence of getting the abortion
that are within that like.
Yeah, they're like, should I or shouldn't I, you know, kind of thing. Shan't I?
Quick question: if that were a set on a stand-up comedian special,
they can cancel
hold on. Which comedian would you want to?
Bill Burr.
Yes!
Bill Burr, yeah.
Yes!
Absolutely.
We all were on the same mindset.
I was like, dude, Bill Burr would crush it.
Bill Burr would cry because he wouldn't get he would give retaliation, but he wouldn't take it.
Yeah, he says whatever he wants and he's fine with it. And he probably has already thought of this joke and is going to say it on another show.
Right? We said it before him, probably.
How fantastic would it be, Bill Burr's like next special or like even on his like podcast, he like.
I would email him right away.
He's like, hey, did you steal that from me?
Yeah.
No, I'm like, you first here.
We'll be in the credits. We'll hit him up.
Yeah. Hit him up. Put us in the credit.
Yeah, end credits is like, yes, the special joke given by Patrick Marquez and the Ballas Boys.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, that was great though. Got me thinking like abortions, like toilet paper and COVID. You guys remember that epidemic?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember everybody how crazy people were going for toilet paper when COVID first happened?
Oh man,
Pandemic.
No, that was
Pandemic. Yeah.
Well, pandemic. I thought the toilet paper thing was an epidemic. The toilet paper was an epidemic.
No, it didn't even go to epidemic. It went straight to pandemic.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I learned, like, this is a little fun fact for you. I learned in health and safety when I went to take my cooking classes that
There's a difference.
there is a difference between epidemic and pandemic.
Pandemic's worse.
Yeah, no, not even that it's worse. An epidemic is only when one person is sick. A pandemic is when 2 people or more are sick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought epidemic was strictly like just isolated in one area, where a pandemic is worldwide.
No. It's,
that's what I thought.
No,
It
seems like it would be. It seems like it would be, and that's what they kind of make it seem like, so it doesn't sound as bad.
Right.
But on paper, in legality and everything, with like, especially with the food industry, because of Typhoid Mary, look that up. Typhoid Mary is a famous case of.
I read up on that.
It's a big.
You already read up on it. You took his advice. Like, how'd you do that so fast?
Right. No, Typhoid Mary because of typhoid salmonella. She purposely infected people with raw fish that had typhoid salmonella in it. And she was arrested for that.
Good.
Good. She was arrested for it.
Wasn't she like a nurse, and she would like feed the patients?
Yeah, she was a nurse that she was working at a restaurant as well, and
the restaurant, and she would feed people this contaminated fish, knowing it, and she was a fucked up.
And she was a nurse that would treat the people who would get the typhoid.
Oh, so she's just like a mad scientist in a way. Like
she would get them sick, and then get more patients, and work longer hours.
Exactly.
Tuskegee experiment.
Yeah, that's
oh my god. You really is.
Honestly. But I mean, it wasn't targeted towards it was to the masses. It wasn't targeted towards like a certain community. It was
just a general asshole to everyone.
Okay. Not as bad.
Yeah, not as bad. Yeah, exactly. Not as bad. Yeah. No.
Was it manslaughter or was it first degree? Okay.
It's not exactly the Tuskegee experiment, but it's the it's basically manslaughter. Yes.
No, that's murder.
Yeah, it's murder. Yeah, but that's the whole reason why epidemic and pandemic different, because as soon as they noticed it as one person, they labeled it as an epidemic, and then when it became 2 or more, it started to become a pandemic in America, and then that just went worldwide.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this one thing because I don't like the terms epidemic and pandemic, because why is pandemic greater than epidemic? It's fucking epic.
It's epic.
Okay?
It's not epic, it's epi. Epi, like EPI, epidemic.
Epi.
It's not epidemic.
Yeah.
It's epidemic.
I think there is a Latin root meaning towards.
You did.
Honestly,
You did.
Sorry.
No, it's
You
okay.
ruined your joke, yeah.
It's okay.
Hey, you learned something.
I'm learning a lot
Yeah,
tonight, guys.
right? Yeah, you learn
That
something
I
every day.
don't know word.
I wish it was epic, then that would have been a good
The more you know, because it's Mike's Super Short Show.
No.
90s kids would know.
Hey, Mike, Super Short Show.
It should be epidemic, but
It's sort of Thursday.
it's epic proportions.
Right, yeah, no, I get you. But yeah, no, that's the difference between pandemic and epidemic. It's two or more for his pandemic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, Ebola was an epidemic.
Epidemic,
But
yeah.
only one person had it.
Yeah,
in
one
America.
person. Yeah, one person had it in
Because like
Texas.
if
Yeah.
Ebola got out, it would have been like really bad. But since one person has it, it's like it's an emergency, but it's not like okay, don't.
Yeah,
don't freak
and they were
out.
able to treat it right then and there.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, if they're able to treat it right then and there, it's an epidemic. It only happened quickly.
COVID was an epidemic at one time. Back when it was like a few people
Yeah.
in a few states where it was
Yeah,
like,
in
oh,
2019.
This guy in Oregon.
Yeah.
Oh, this
It's the
guy.
reason why it became called COVID-19.
Because the year.
Yeah,
Here,
people
19.
forget that COVID-19. It started in 2019. My mom told me about it like
Yeah.
in like December. She's like, "Oh, did you hear about that virus in China?" I was like,
Yeah.
"No, I didn't." And then I heard about it, and I was like,
In
Boy.
March of
"Boy, I hope that
2020.
doesn't hit." And then in January, I really started reading in it. January 2020, I was like, "Oh shit." It takes 2 weeks to show symptoms. Oh fuck, that can be bad.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna hit. Well, probably not. Well, nothing's really ever hit before. Nah, I forgot.
I
about
believe
it.
in medical science.
I forgot about it, and then my mom broke her ankle.
Praise the Lord.
My mom broke her ankle, and I had to go to the hospital. And I was sitting in
I
the
remember
waiting
that.
room, and there was like a lot of like signs on the wall about like if you're feeling a fever, don't come in. Blah blah blah. There's like all this shit about the new virus. And I was like, oh yeah, that China virus. Is that about this? That's crazy. And then I started reading that some guy had it in Washington, some guy had it in Oregon. I was like, oh man. Oh, this is starting to sound like Ebola or like swine flu. Like,
Yeah,
few
swine
years.
flu.
But then it escalated and escalated. It's like, oh shit! Now you got to wear the masks, and now here we are.
Here we
Holy
are.
shit!
Yeah.
What a fucking ride!
Yeah.
What a goddamn ride!
I'm glad you had it like that, because me, I just remember the memes in 2019 in like December, and I was like, haha, that's funny. And then I just laughed at the memes, and then boom, then the shutdown.
I was
and I was like, these are memes. Why are we shutting down over memes? It's just supposed to be memes. It's not supposed to be.
It's supposed to be
Yeah, my mom's not supposed to have it. It's just supposed to be on the internet.
And no one I know should have this. Yeah.
And it went huge. And hearing my parents, even my grandmother, asked them, have you ever experienced anything like this shutdown before? They both said no.
No.
My grandmother,
No.
Yeah,
my
yeah, my
grandmother said
grandparents.
no.
In their
People who
90s,
lived through the Spanish flu.
My 90-old grandparents.
They didn't even shut down for the Spanish flu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I've seen something
that's
like
true.
this.
Yeah.
And my grandmother's 87. She was a little baby in the 30s, and the Spanish flu was what, the 20s?
Yeah, 20s.
So she missed that.
Okay,
But she literally
okay.
said everything in her lifetime never had experienced
Literally,
anything
World
like that.
War II, the Great Depression.
Yeah, she lived through Jim Crow, like.
Like,
She's like,
shit.
I've never experienced anything like this.
This is the worst.
Oh man! I don't think she said that. I don't think she said that. Yeah.
But she did say that there's.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot more worse things than a sickness.
So, I learned something new. I thought COVID-19 was 19 because it was the 19th variant of just COVID itself. Because COVID's been around, that's why we were able to come up with the vaccine so quick.
No. COVID is a variant of the SARS virus, which is
SARS, dude.
which happened a couple of years recently.
Right.
You know, a couple of years before recently.
SARS that was a pandemic back in the early 2000s. Like,
Yeah.
Right after 9/11, like 2002, 2003.
Yes, it was just before Ebola. I think.
No,
it was.
no,
Way before
Ebola was.
Was it way
like,
before
It was
Ebola?
like SARS, MERS, Swine flu,
That's right,
Ebola.
right. MERS was before swine flu. Yeah.
Those have been the pandemics that we've had in like the last 20 years. But this COVID-19 being sweeping across.
Well,
the
it's mostly because
it's
mostly because we had an incompetent government.
Like I don't know if y'all remember.
But it wasn't just our government.
I don't know if you remember the whole swine flu thing. Like when you and me and maybe Cameron, because we're all the same age, all you being a bit older, we were required going into Milliken, 9th grade or 10th grade. We had to have a vaccination.
That's
for swine flu.
right.
You remember that?
That's right.
I remember having to take my vaccination record for the swine flu into the office before I could go in for my...
on the day of registration or whatever.
Yeah, you
like,
had to get your tetanus booster and your swine flu
it was
shot.
The H1N1.
The H1N1.
It was either 10th grade or 9th grade.
Okay, this actually,
But that was the whole thing. I remember that. I remember
Yeah.
having to go to the doctors, get the shot, and then having to take the school the vaccination card at the time. And that was like 2012, that was 2012.
It had to have been. The reason I say it had to have been 9th grade for you is because I remember Halloween. I want to say I was a junior. Halloween, there was a costume contest, and a kid came up dressed as a pig and had a sign that said swine flu, and he won.
Of course he won. It's so relevant at the time.
So that's what made me think it was you guys were freshmen, because I remember being like a junior when that happened.
Yeah, no, seriously, that was like freshman or sophomore year, like when swine flu was really being like serious and shit, where they.
And that was a big pandemic at the time.
And nobody complained about that shit.
Yeah, I will say
nobody had mandate issues about that shit.
I knew one person.
Wear the mask.
We didn't have shutdown.
We didn't have to wear a mask. We didn't shut down.
I knew one person who had it. Only one.
Yeah.
Yeah, only one.
But that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though, between, like I said, a competent government or not. When we had the swine flu...
It was a hoax. I'm sorry, wrong. I'm ahead of myself. Getting ahead of myself.
No, it wasn't a hoax. But when we had the swine flu, we had a competent government that put the CDC in place with teams and, task force to help with this.
The pandemic response team.
The pandemic response team.
That's why Obama wrote it.
I was dancing around it a little bit, but Obama put this in place!
Yeah, because it is.
He put this in place because of the swine flu, and then...
Ebola as well,
and then Trump came into power and shut all that down.
Democrats. Fuck them.
Fuck the Democrats. Fuck whatever they believe.
There's such a polarity between the two. That was the reason, was because it was like, we don't need Democratic shit. Yeah. It was like they
the Democrats made this law. Take it out.
Yeah, it was less about
work together, to create a concise thing
to better the health of the nation.
Yeah, instead of
fucking egos.
Yeah, instead of improving.
Both sides are guilty.
Yeah, instead of improving upon what was already placed, they wanted to take out what was placed and do their own thing.
So each was trying to do their own thing,
so that they can be like, "This is my plan. This is this guy."
Dude, I fucked that fly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
I tried once. It's somewhere over there. He might be dead.
No, he went outside. He was like, "Fuck this shit."
I don't want that finger. But I missed, and he didn't move. I was like, oh, I can actually fucking do this. Maybe you can zoom in on it.
Yeah, I'll see if I can. Slow mo.
Do a little replay, yeah. So that they can be like, "This is my plan. This is my plan."
But well, and one thing too, I do like on the whole swine flu, like why things didn't shut down also is because we've dealt with the flu, like different versions of it for so long.
Swine flu wasn't as contagious either.
But it's just like we were better prepared with this type of virus, in my opinion.
We were better prepared.
Yeah, in terms of just like history of dealing with flu, you know what I mean? Like so therefore like vaccines could be like installed and trusted by the
Well, you're thinking of just like the flu that we all know and understand, but
there's so many different types of flus that we have vaccines for, like already that has had decades of research and practice, to where I think the problem with this vaccine is it's such a new kind of thing, and all of a sudden there's a vaccine already like out, ready. People have their withdrawal from it because they don't trust it, because it's not backed by years and years of development, research, and practice. That's my point. I think that's why the swine flu was probably dealt with better.
I understand that, and I thought the same thing. I thought exactly the same thing, and then I was looking at it, swine flu didn't have that long of a vaccine research either. Because I was done in less than 2 years.
But because it is a strain of like the flu, you know, like it's a part of that family, that branch, that we could take research of the different, you know, types in which a vaccine could be developed quicker, right? So and
that's
therefore,
true. Yeah, because
therefore,
we've never seen this illness before.
not like this.
Yeah, because we've seen SARS, but we didn't see this version.
Yeah, I don't know. That, like, to me, that's just like maybe that's why the like obviously the government in place had a better plan and was better prepared, but also the trust of the people to the certain, you know, requirements was there simply because there was already steps in place leading to this version of the flu. Or COVID-19, it was such a crazy fucking year of shutdown and crisis, you know, especially in America, dealing with all the riots and protests of everything going on.
Yeah.
Like, now it's like becoming a mandatory vaccine. Obviously, there's going to be like a good portion of the population that's going to withdraw and not trust the system because the system seems to be, you know.
A lot of people are starting to think for themselves now. I know it's a very like interesting time where people are starting to think for themselves, and then we have these vaccine mandates, and so we have that colliding with a lot of new mindsets that are coming in.
Which is not a negative thing.
No,
That's a good thing.
it's a good thing.
This virus has changed the world, maybe for the better. I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's definitely changed things.
I want to say that it's not only this virus, though. You know, because I think that a lot of things have been happening in the last... like 4 years, last 5 years. Yeah,
especially last
4 years.
Last year alone.
Last year was
just like 3,
yeah, well,
4
last year.
years.
Yeah, last year was fucked, but I want to say
it was
like
a saga.
the last like 5.
Chapters.
I want to say
every
5
season was a new
years.
chapter.
Yeah,
it was like, the dawn of the new age, just like new president, new mandates, new this, new that. There's just new things every day.
I will say this pandemic was a lot bigger than the swine flu, mainly because it affected the world as opposed to swine flu affected America.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big difference too. This one really affected the entire world, and so
like everyone shut down.
Yeah, everyone shut down. I think about Italy. They were the worst.
Well,
because
because medical science wasn't prepared for it.
Yeah, they weren't.
Australia is shut down right now again, I believe.
There's a lot of protests.
Well, it's because the Australia thing, I don't want to speak on it like too accurately because I don't know too much on it, but I feel like that's a little bit of a power trip as well. But
I have to look into it.
I haven't really looked into it too much.
You're back.
But that's,
there's 2 of them. He brought his homies.
He brought his friends. He's like, all right, we're ready.
He brought the squad
right here. Great, I got
it.
Got Greg right here.
Bro.
I mean, he's a little handicapped right now. He can't see, but you know.
Greg's got his head down.
He's not even in this conversation.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm in my own world right now.
I'm
I'm just been dealing with some shit, man.
Greg's been dead for like 3 weeks.
I think Greg's had the best opinion about everything on this podcast so far.
Greg just thinks about popcorn. He's an asshole. Shut up.
His only desire is popcorn.
It's upside down. He's like, corn pop.
Extra salty popcorn.
Yes. Oh, Greg, you dirty dog.
Yeah.
Watch episode 2 for that one.
Yeah, you're gonna want to go on Pornhub for that. So watch part 1 on YouTube, part 2 Pornhub. Same title.
No, we came up with the name episode 2, right?
I think so.
It was the one when we're It was the first episode you were on.
It's the first one I was on.
Yeah, I think that was like episode 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm. Well, you and I have done 2 sit-and chats, and then we went out for the third one, the Campfire.
Yeah.
Not Campfire, but Bonfire.
Yeah, Bonfire.
And then that was the first episode he was on,
Yeah.
and then we made that joke, and I was just like, guys,
That's the name.
That's the name.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's run with it.
Sit-and chats.
Yeah.
Extra Saucy Popcorn Podcast. Now you know the lore.
Yeah. No,
You know the origin story.
Yeah.
Still go back and watch those videos, though.
Yeah, why not?
It's all good content. It's all great content.
It is.
I don't remember exactly what I said, but it's great content.
I know. It's a blur, for sure.
Oh, that's hilarious. We're like
All right,
24 episodes in and we don't remember shit.
Well, that's kind of the point of the podcast, you know, is you do it in the moment and then you move on to the next one.
Yeah.
It's like great improv.
Yeah.
I'll forever remember that old Texas abortion thing. That was a like when you deeply laugh about something or like there's like
I think that was the hardest I've ever heard us laugh during the podcast.
That's what yeah.
That was like everyone was irredeemable at that point. Like I was trying to get us all back in, but everyone was just laughing. I was like, oh fuck.
No, we're gone. We're running with it. We're adding to it. We're adding our own jokes to that joke.
Yeah, but all right, let's jump off this vaccine and COVID and.
What if?
What if? Let's go into.
Let's ask that question.
What if?
Ponder the question.
What if we pondered a new subject?
Reality. Splintered.
All right. I have a topic because I was deeply invested into the first fight and the second fight. So you guys probably know.
We're switching to fights now.
Yeah, I mean we've kind of been like verbally.
Well, we'll touch on this.
Verbally fighting.
Verbally fighting. So now let's touch on the physical nitty-gritty, jumping kind of back into sports.
Yeah.
I don't have a jersey on for this, but so Deontay Wilder, former heavyweight champion, is taking on Tyson Fury, who is the current...
you got it, for the third time.
Drei Glasses. That's the German three.
That high school German's coming into handy right there.
That was more Glorious Bastard.
Yeah, I was gonna say just Nicholas Bastard.
Translate. You did the American three, it's the German three. Yeah.
It's actually sign language 3 too.
Ah, yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Eins, zwei, drei, vier, fünf.
2, 3, 4.
But anyway, so yeah, Fury Wilder 3, the trilogy matchup. They have so
I
much
hope
speed.
Wilder fucking pulls it off this time.
Yes.
That second fight,
He got his ass kicked.
it was
man.
disappointing.
It was very
And
disappointing.
and
Not
hey.
only during the fight, but after the fight as well.
Because of the complaints.
Yeah,
and
the
the
complaints.
Yes.
The fact that he said that it was his suit he was walking out with that tired him out.
That
like,
one was dumb. Like, if you want to point
Bro.
out the facts, like with Tyson fucking with his glove, because Tyson has been caught in the past before.
You
I
sure?
believe that.
That
I don't.
was a great excuse, but it was
Yes.
the other things surrounding
Yes.
it that just made Wilder
Exactly.
look like
Exactly.
Like
if he stuck with only that one glove thing, I would have been cool with it. Because I agree with that.
yeah,
Yeah.
But once he started saying the other bullshit,
Yeah,
like
the-
the 40 pounds
It was
extra,
almost just like too much add-on. It's
you're
Yeah.
reaching, like
yeah, just stick with the glove and everybody
sequence
will
with
believe you.
what's real, like
Yeah.
what was actually there.
Yeah.
And
That
glove
could have
was
hindered the
definitely-
fight.
The glove wasn't actual. I remember you showing me video
Yeah,
back when the
there
second
was
fight
video,
actually
yeah.
happened, and you showed me. I was like, oh, that is weird.
Yeah, like
That
dude, like he's
is-
throwing a hook and the glove's like back here. It's like okay.
It was really weird, but now we're gonna have a third fight that hopefully goes very smoothly. That, honestly, I still see it going to Nick Fury,
I do.
Do you?
Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury.
Could you imagine?
Fury.
Oh my god, I want to
Sorry.
really watch that fight.
Samuel
back.
Yeah, right? Sam Jackson
He just has a
fucking-
bazooka.
I was talking about what if, and I was like Nick Fury. Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury. Yes, I see it going to Tyson Fury still again.
I do. I think.
I'm just hoping that Wilder puts on a better fight this time.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I really want to see the Bronze Bomber.
Mhm.
I didn't see the Bronze Bomber in the last fight.
No.
I want to. No, not at all.
Not at all.
Not a little
Not
bit.
at all. Not even from the first round.
Like
His
Tyson,
entrance was cool, but
his entrance was cool.
Yeah,
Apparently a problem to his performance.
Right. Yeah. No.
it was too cool.
It was too cool.
cool.
He's too cool for school.
Yeah. I think Wilder really has something to prove in this. Like because if he gets washed again, what are we doing?
9 minutes.
9 minutes. Perfect.
he gets
We could
washed-
probably wrap this.
Yeah.
Well, we wrap this up in 9 minutes. Yeah, that second
Watch
fight
it.
was really hard to watch because I was me and my family we're big Wilder fans,
Yeah.
and then obviously the aftermath too.
We
It's like,
watched it together. I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did. Yeah, we all were
I
there.
was-
Yeah.
I was
You were there too. Yeah.
I was there too.
yeah, and I think my folks were in New York, and I remember just calling my dad after, going like, "What the
That's
fuck?"
right.
And my dad,
Yeah.
my dad immediately was just like, "Tyson's a fucking cheater."
I remember that shit. You got off the phone and you're like, my dad was pissed.
Because my dad will, he's like a classic sports guy. Like, oh, if a foul's called on my guy or my team, it's bullshit. But if a foul is called on, the opposing team or guy, it's absolutely accurate. And to me, like, I've learned to kind of swallow my pride, even if like my team or my guy's getting beat. Especially in combat.
You look at it objectively.
Yeah. And of course, and it's just like, to me, I saw just Wilder just get beat the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he just looked completely out of it. Like, for the 6 whatever rounds it went. And
I think it was like 7 rounds, right?
6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say 6.
Really?
Yeah, where his corner threw in the towel.
That's right. They threw in the towel.
And then Wilder fired him, not on the spot, basically fired his coach. It's like, dude, no, he was looking after you.
He was looking after your health and safety.
You're getting beat up.
Yeah.
Like, really bad.
When you wobbled at that one punch, like, that was it. He probably wanted to throw in the towel at that point, but he was like, you know what? Let's corner him for a second and see what happens.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, if you look at the first fight, right? First fight, the great thing about it was, okay, Tyson is obviously the better boxer, and he showed that, and he was outboxing Wilder. But then it was like in the middle of the fight where Wilder just landed a good right, and Tyson fell, and it was like, okay, see, that's why the stylistic matchup is so fascinating.
With or without the controversy of the glove.
This is the first fight. There's no controversy.
Oh, okay, first fight, yes.
No controversy. This is the one that went 12 rounds.
Yes.
Tyson easily outboxed him, like, 10, like, he won 10 rounds. Then the 12th round, even though he was already stopped, but we're still on the edge of the seat because we know Wilder at any point could just land that bronze bomber fucking right hand.
He's the bronze
And in the
bomber.
12th round, he does it. He does it.
Yeah.
And Fury looks like he's out on his fucking feet. Like he is floored.
Yeah.
And his eyes are like rolling back in his head. And somehow the Undertaker arose and he gets up. Props to Tyson Fury. Like he was out.
Yeah.
And he stood up, and even Wilder like looks at him like.
I remember seeing that highlight you showed me.
And he's like shaking his head like, what the fuck? And then Tyson goes out and wins the rest of the round. Actually hurts Wilder.
Yeah.
That sets up the story of the second fight. It's like, holy shit. So can Wilder, like, can Fury 1 actually hurt Wilder, not just try to outbox him? Which is exactly what Fury realized in that 12th round. He's like, oh, I just gotta step to this guy because I can hurt him. And that's all the second fight was.
Yeah.
He just stepped to, he gained an extra 20 pounds. Wilder tried to do the same thing, but it's still like a 40, 50 pound difference. Fury just pressed him. Wilder can't box, so he doesn't know how to box on the back foot. Of course he still has that, lucky shot.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the case. Fury completely diminished that fire. So Fury has proven 2 ways to beat Wilder. Wilder is the only thing he has shown to beat Fury is if he just lands that one lucky shot. So the only way Wilder can do this is if he learns how to fight on the back foot. Because Fury is probably going to mix both styles.
That makes sense.
Like
Wilder hasn't fought since the second round. Yeah. We'll see. I'm excited to see how well he fights his son.
What I'm hoping, I don't see it as truth, but what I'm hoping is he's been practicing since that second fight.
I would hope so.
I would hope that he's practicing since that second
If it goes
fight.
the same as the second one, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
disappointed.
Yeah. No, I hope he comes out in his ring walk. No, nothing on. Just gloves and shorts.
Yeah, not even no gloves. Don't put fucking shorts on.
Yeah,
no
just
shoes.
put no fucking
just come
tape up at the last second.
No.
I just thought about that.
The bronze bomber.
Right? He has like
the bronze bomber.
He has a thong on and it's just fucking a bronze bomb right there.
Yeah. But I'm going for Wilder, but I don't see him winning.
No, I mean
that's my opinion. I think Fury, it's either a TKO or decision.
I want Bronze Bomber to win. I want him to win. But seeing his last fight, I don't know.
I hope for better.
I mean, I haven't seen any training videos because I'm sure they're out.
Yeah, no, he looks good, and he's throwing really good combinations that will be effective.
Yeah.
But then again,
utilize it.
Yeah.
Can he? Because he's never actually fought using those.
Yeah.
Like in a high pressured situation. Because there's the thing, like you can work on technique all you want, but like once you're like actually fighting, that kind of goes out the window. And sometimes you can bust it out because your muscle memory and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like.
But can you actually use it to your advantage? Can you actually bring the technique in?
Yeah.
To...
Which I mean, he's had enough time to where and he's.
I would hope.
And he's.
I would fucking hope so.
Right.
At this point,
He's been sparring.
It's been years.
He's been sparring a lot too, so, and apparently he's been knocking guys the fuck out. So But I mean, we all know he knocks fuckers out.
That's what he's known for. Bronze bomber.
But Tyson Fury's a different breed. Like, he's just that good of a boxer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheating or not cheating.
Yeah.
He's super big and he knows how to fucking move like a welterweight.
And I mean, it's one thing to knock people out in your training. It's another thing to knock people out in your actual
Dude,
game.
he has one fight that has not been a knockout. In terms of victories and defeats.
Exactly, yeah. And that's
Victories,
the Fury fight, right? Or no. That before the Fury fight.
Yeah. Stavern.
Yeah, Stavern. Yeah.
Which
Yes, I remember you showing me the highlights of that fight.
Yeah, and he fought him the second time and then just knocked him out.
Yeah, because I didn't see that fight, but like when you were telling me the whole, because I remember this is a memory that's flashing in my mind right now of when you were showing me the Bronze Bombers like highlights and everything. That was the last fight that came up, and he knocked his ass out.
Yeah, just fucking destroyed him. Yeah. And again, like, there's always that chance, and I hope the training that Wilder has imposed with the new camp, his new style, has raised the probability of that good shot just landing. Because he doesn't even have to throw it, like, his hardest. Like, he has that freakish power.
Yeah. 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Dalton, do you have any thoughts on this?
What are your thoughts?
Honestly, you guys kind of covered it.
He's the baseball and sports fan. We're the fight fans.
Yeah.
I mean, you watch fights too, right?
I watch mostly MMA.
Right.
I'm kind of behind on the boxing thing. I'll admit.
Right.
That being said, I've seen highlights of the Tyson Fury and the Wilder fights. I just haven't seen them entirely.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen the highlights though, and
yeah. The highlights is everything because, you know, they're like, especially in the first fight, there is kind of like drag moments where it just nothing really happens because Wilder can't connect and Tyson is just kind of moving. But you know, it is what it is. The highlights is all you need to see to get the kind of story.
Yeah, I basically got the impression that Wilder is like kind of like the big brawler and Tyson's kind of like the little more smooth. That's the impression that I got from them fighting. But being like a big brawler, if you connect one of those, that's enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of times fighting or at least boxing, you can't just being the biggest, strongest dude in the room isn't always enough.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. He didn't even seem like the strongest dude in the second fight. Like, Fury like just outsized him and just outweighed him. And
timer.
Oh no, we got 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, did you start before?
I started after.
Okay.
So how does he have 2 minutes and we don't have 2 minutes?
He started slightly after.
Slightly
That's
after.
why.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, well, anything else you guys want to talk about?
No, I think we covered everything.
Episode 24.
For now.
Huh?
That was a good conversation.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
There's some salty moments, there's some humorous moments, there's deep moments, there was predictions for
And if you're still here till the end, we commend you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. By the way, I learned this new thing, like with a hand. Apparently, this is like good for anxiety. If
Vagina.
Like, it's not a vagina, dude. It's like a.
Well, that's the sign language for vagina.
Is
well,
it
if
really?
you do it like that,
Pussy.
well, no. See, I'm interlacing my fingers. It's the little details, dude. But anyway,
Pussy.
I don't know, just like little things.
See.
Don't. If you're feeling anxious, you're a
Vagina.
pussy.
If you're feeling anxious, do the pussy.
Vagina.
Go to Texas
Dick.
fast.
I mean, if you want to know a little sign language, you know, it's a vagina and dick.
Oh, man.
Dick. Wait.
D.
Oh.
Dick.
Nose.
Dick.
Oh,
Dick on the face.
See?
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, dick on the face, you know.
Alright, anyway, sorry, that went on for way too long. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will see you in the next one. Peace out, happy campers.
Alright.